Yo guys, welcome back to Samir Handanovic TV, and today we're back again with another episode of Stat Talk. Thanks to everyone for their support on this series of episodes that we've been doing. We've received a lot of good feedback, and so we're continuing to do these videos. Today, Cami and I are going to be looking at goalkeepers. As we know, Samir Handanovic is getting on with his age, and he's not going to be around forever. A lot of Inter fans are already calling for a replacement for him, so we're going to look at potential replacements for him. And always, as we do in our previous episodes, it's not going to be the obvious candidates. It's not the Alissons and young All Blacks of this world, and we're going to try to find more sensible targets. Yes, so I'll leave it up to Cami to give you the 5 options that we have chosen.
As the saying goes, all good things must come to an end, and in the coming years, Inter will need a goalkeeper to replace the ageing Samir Handanovic. Handanovic, now 35, has 2 years left to run on his contract with Inter, and the club should start looking for his replacement. The keepers that we have looked at in this video are all under the age of 30 and have played at least 25 matches for their respective clubs this past season. We felt this filter was appropriate, as whoever comes in to replace Handanovic will not be a short-term stopgap, and of course we can't correctly assess and compare players fairly if they're the number 2 keeper for a team. Handanovic's replacement could come from within the club in the shape of 22-year-old Andre Radu. The Romanian joined Inter at youth level a few years back and joined Genoa last season, where he had his breakout season, keeping 6 clean sheets and 33 league appearances, in a side that survived by the skin of their teeth. Inter were so impressed with his performances that they activated a buyback clause earlier this summer. Whilst he did concede 46 goals, at a rate of 1.31 per 90 minutes played, had it not been for him at times, the Rosberg could well be preparing for second-tier football this coming season instead. He bettered both his expected goals conceded and expected goals conceded per 90 minutes by 2.46 and 0.07 respectively, and had a 71.78% save success rate. The youngster had an impressive Under-21 European Championship tournament, where he captained his Romania team to the latter stages. He is definitely being eyed up by the Inter board for the future, and now it is up to him to live up to the expectations. Alessio Cragno should be someone they look at if they decide Radu is not up to scratch. Not many people would disagree that he was one of, if not the best keeper in the league this past season, despite the amount of goals he conceded. He has grown in confidence and stature and is finally showing why he was so highly rated a few years ago. The 25-year-old Italian conceded 54 goals over the course of the season, but it was still 6.46 less than he was expected to. He had a 74.41% save percentage rate and conceded 1.32 goals per 90 minutes played. Who Scored named him in their European Team of the Season with an overall rating of 7.07, and he had 8 Man of the Match awards, which is more than anyone else received from them. Moving outside of Italy, we have Nice's Walter Benitez, who was statistically the best goalkeeper in Ligue 1 this past season as he kept 16 clean sheets. He conceded the 5th least goals per 90 minutes across Europe's top 5 leagues with just 0.77 and can boast a very impressive 80.67% save percentage. He conceded 29 goals last season in the league, a huge 11.33 less than he was expected to. He may be the most interesting player on this list in terms of personality too. Benitez, who is both superb in the air and also a strong shot stopper, has openly admitted that he plays with a chip on his shoulder, which comes as no surprise given that he named Paraguay keeper José Luis Chilavert as an inspiration. With thanks to Benitez, Nice managed to go on a run of 6 games without conceding at one stage last term. Who Scored gave him the 2nd most Man of the Match awards last season behind Cragno with 7. Lazio's 24-year-old shot stopper Thomas Strakosha could be another player Inter look to. He is probably the most ready for a step up to a big club, having played for Lazio for a few years now. He has shown he can cope in high-pressure situations and keeps mistakes to a minimum. His European experience and international experience with Albania is also a big positive. However, as we all know, Lazio's president, Claudio Lotito, may well be the toughest negotiator in the whole of the league, so getting him would certainly be easier said than done. This past season, the Albanian conceded the 3rd least goals in the league with 39, which was 2.24 better off than his expected goals conceded. He was also the 3rd best when it came to goals conceded per 90 minutes, with 1.04. He kept 10 clean sheets last term and had a save percentage of 71.94%. Finally, we have Wilker Fariñez. For those of you who play Football Manager, this is someone you should definitely know about, and trust us when we tell you, he's just as good in real life as he is in game. The Venezuelan is an excellent shot stopper with incredible reflexes and has great distribution too. He has kept 10 clean sheets in his last 39 appearances and saves 76.09% of the shots he faces. He has conceded 33 goals in his last 39 league games, which is just shy of 10 less than he was expected to, and he has conceded just 0.8 goals per every 90 minutes he has played. If the decision was to be made right now, we would pick Tomas Strakosha, due to the experience he has and the fact, as we said, he's most ready to step right in. However, with Handanovic still a few years away from giving up the number 1 jersey, it is unlikely Strakosha would accept a move now unless given guarantees about playing time. As we said, Radu is talented and has impressed in his first top flight season, but will need at least one more year at Genoa to solidify his skills and prove he is ready for a step up. In general, keepers peak later than outfield players, therefore you usually have to wait a bit longer to see a keeper reach their full potential. This same point applies for Cragno, who although is older and more experienced than Radu, still has to prove himself on a more consistent basis and perhaps at a higher level than Cagliari. Benitez is an interesting idea and would be our pick for a player based outside of Italy. It will certainly be interesting to see if he can repeat his exploits this coming season, as after all, this past season was his breakout year. Should he repeat his exploits, a lot of clubs will definitely be looking at him. As for Fariñez, while undoubtedly talented, it would be a great risk to sign him and expect him to cope right away, given he's not played in Europe before. Hardly any keepers from South America can make the jump from South America to Europe and beginning the starting 11 of a top club. Even a generational talent like Alisson had to bide his time as a number 2 before getting his chance. Of the players we have named, who would you pick, or would you pick someone else? Let us know down in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy these Stat Talk videos too.
Thank you as always to Cami. Great episode once again. Yes, we have gone for Strakosha of Lazio due to his European and international experience and Serie A experience, of course. But who would you pick? Let us know in the comments below. Would you pick someone else, or would you pick one of the 5 we found here? Would you go for the riskier option of, the Andre Radu and the Fariñez of this world, or would you go for a more tried and tested, expensive option that we haven't listed here? Comment below, guys. Let us know. And as always, like and subscribe. And always Forza Inter.